So, if I'm understanding the plan correctly, you guys are going to take your wagon and you're going to head north out of town and hopefully try to get Patrick stolen
Yeah.
and not die.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, our plan is, he's going to be a statue, and they're going to get him because he's a shiny statue and he's worth a lot of money. And even if they do catch on to the fact that he's actually a shard mind, they'll realize that he's a rare race and would be great for indentured servitude.
Or selling for lots of money. To some rich collector somewhere.
It's a win-win. Either he gets sold as goods or sold as a person.
Okay.
Everybody knows people are the best goods.
And
All right,
then,
look. In our minds, it sounds like a great plan, and we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah. Well, you see, and Enzo is putting a locate object spell on the dagger that he's holding as part of his very heroic pose, and so that we'll be able to find him.
I thought it was just gonna be my shirt that I was wearing, the chain shirt still.
No.
You've got to look epic. Like, you've got to be worthwhile. You got to be holding the staff and the dagger, and you're battle ready.
All heroes dual wield. Everybody knows that.
I'll say I could do my shield and staff.
No, because you're a great warrior. You're never on the defensive. You're always the first to charge in.
I could, instead of doing my staff, I actually can spawn a dagger in the other hand, a crystal dagger, and then a regular dagger.
I don't know. Staff and dagger is kind of cool.
He'll pretend he's pretend you're a rogue statue, so that way when you do come to life, they won't suspect cleric-y nonsense to hit them.
That's true. They'll be like, "Oh, this is just a defenseless rogue," and then you'll make them hear whispers
and set them on fire.
I would actually be setting their boat on fire. I mean, that would be.
We're not on a boat.
If he gets captured and taken on a boat, he'll be on a boat.
If I get to a boat.
Look, we need to think positively. We're not going on the boat.
No, we're not. He is.
I'm calculating this at a 33.3% success rate. Repeating, of course.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It's better
Is
than
there
2%.
any other details of the plan you would like to convey to me?
Grovel's going to be disguised as a cow.
Is that your... Okay.
I don't know. I'm pulling the buggy, or wagon, I would imagine. Nobody's going to attack somebody who's got an ogre on board, in theory.
You have some kind of spell you can use as a flare, if worst comes to worst.
Cast your Sacred Flame on a cloud.
I don't know if that's going to work very well.
A really low cloud.
Of methane.
It's only got a range of like 60 feet.
A really low cloud.
What clouds have you seen at 60 feet?
Fog.
Other than Nimbus.
Fog. Checkmate, atheists.
I'm not sure if that's technically a cloud, but...
I mean... I do
By
actually
literal
have
definition, fogs are clouds.
I think he's right.
I know they're the same makeup, but I don't know if they're actually classified the same.
Okay.
I could actually use that. I could use a guiding bolt. Its range is 120 feet, and it's a flash of light.
Yeah, just shoot that shit right up in the air.
So I'm going to have to... Yes, I will prepare that.
If you get taken on a boat or some shit like that.
Yeah, don't do it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is disguising Grobble? Or is he joking?
I think he should just
I would like to think
play as like an ogre beast of burden. I think that would be the safest. He's just our mindless beast of burden.
Well, that means they might also attack to kidnap the harmless ogre and sell him into slavery. It's even more bait. less viable, I guess, but even more
But
bait.
then you could strike back, and then they could maybe just run off with the the statue after. They're like, oh my god, he's gonna kill us.
It's a possibility. So what happens if we kill all the people trying to steal the shiny man?
Let's not do that.
All right, somebody should probably also explain that to Grovel ahead of time.
Grubble, when our friends come by to take Shiny Man, we have to go run and count while they hide.
Grovel, no can count.
We'll count for you.
I mean, we
Grovel's-
never did get him that abacus.
Grovel, stay with shiny man.
No.
Okay. So, any more details for the plan? Final call on plan change.
I feel like he's strongly hinting at something.
No, we're good,
And
guys.
I'm missing it totally if he is.
I think he just wants us to make sure he knows what's going on.
It's just a mind fuck. If things
don't-
happen, they happen.
I
You just
don't
gotta
think
go.
Corwin would fuck us over. Worst case scenario, I
Corwin
bought
fucks us over.
a couple days ago. I bought the Druid spell cards, so I'll be a Druid.
And if Grovel survives, I can make the shiny man into a new hammer. It's all good.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do this.
I don't plan on dying for that reason alone.
No. Totally fight for your life. But if you do die, dibs.
I would rather you destroy my body because it's gonna eventually come back as a reincarnation. But-
No. Not if it's made into a hammer.
Yeah,
Make you into an axe, like oddly
Anyway,
shaped axe
I-
with a spike that used
I
to
think
be your
I'm good
head
and
in the
ready.
middle, and your arms like reached out.
All right. So, you guys leave town in the morning. Patrick, I need you to give me a Constitution check.
Oh god.
Constitution check. Oops.
Okay.
That's just my Constitution. It's not a. Oh, it is actually a Constitution check. It just coincidentally happens to be my Constitution.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, everybody dies. He's right.
Yeah, I mean,
Fact.
It's true. So, the first part of the day goes without incident.
oh god.
I don't like how you're saying this.
Is the Constitution check to make sure he stays perfectly still?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All right.
need you to constitute better.
Give me a second one for the second half of the day.
You got it?
Yay!
Yeah. All right.
I'm getting used to this.
Well, bright side, you're a statue. So
I get it because
you
he's
don't-
shiny. Right
Yeah.
side.
So it's not going to be as bad as if, somebody who had to sleep had to sit there and
Yeah,
just
that's
be
true.
perfectly still.
Oh man, I could have totally put because I'm a cat and we're good at being lazy. I could have totally, posed as like a stuffed cat, like a taxidermy.
So
Or you have like one leg lifted up with your face pushed into your crotch, like you're cleaning yourself. Natural cat pose.
So the first day goes without incident. Are you guys going to rest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Yeah, all this stress, I think I need a rest.
We're gonna this is when he gets kidnapped in the night. They're gonna come under the cover of darkness. Darkness.
I'm gonna read my book.
So
Right? Since Shiny Man's a statue, he'll be our guard still.
the road varies between probably about 20 to 20 feet to like a quarter mile from the shoreline, depending on the rockiness of the shoreline and how straight the road decides to be at that point. So you're always in sight of the shore. There's not many trees to use for cover. How are you wanting to um, how are you wanting to rest for the night? Are you wanting to find somewhere? Because there's little villages kind of dotted around the place, or just wherever you guys are when you're tired, stop.
We can just
Yeah.
stop and make
I'll
camp.
say, yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I mean, I feel like it's more part of the plan if we're trying to get me captured to just be out in the open all night.
And they could sleep in the wagon. Or Dennis and Josh could sleep in the wagon.
Okay.
I mean, I guess technically Grovel could too, but it might break the wagon. So it's not,
Yeah, let's not
Yeah.
do that.
Okay.
on that
We
one.
need this wagon pretty desperately.
So the it go you're gonna have to roll a perception check for me, Patrick.
All right. Perception. Man, I'm killing it.
Yeah, that's not
Alright.
bad.
So you don't notice anything while you're on watch for the night. You guys want to continue on heading north?
Yeah.
Might
Okay.
as well. I mean, it's a long stretch, and we're out in the open. It just looks like, as normal. It just looks like we're just transporting.
All right.
We're
So
gonna make it all the way there. Nothing happens. Stay still for days for nothing.
give me a Constitution check. First half of day 2.
Gee.
Nice.
All right. And
They're watching you. They're waiting for you to move.
so, give me second half of day 2.
I can only get so many of these.
Yep.
Still not completely terrible. It's all right.
All right. So, as you guys are, you're rolling through a small village about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and so as you're going through a let me randomize a character here.
Man, those rolls though.
Yeah, that you did very well.
Damn. 13, 14, 16, 16, 10.
Was not shabby.
My next roll has to be like a 1. I'm way
You better
overdue.
make it a crappy roll. Quickly do a history roll to see what you know about this town that we just rolled through.
I'm proficient in history.
I know, but it's a useless roll. You only waste
What?
your natural 1.
Well, I can't talk to you anyway, so.
I know. I'm just joking.
Anyways,
Could I start
So-
rolling history checks on things and just making up histories for them that Grovel believes are true?
Oh Jesus!
You can't really speak for shit anyway, so. In your head, you're telling like a grand story at a podium with a book out and glasses, and to us, it just sounds like
You're just like,
guttural, just bubbling.
and we're like, yeah.
You get in your
So-
head, your lights are on and everything.
anyways, while you guys are rolling through a town, a high elf in the town square, because it's a small village. Basically, the whole town is along the main road. So he notices your large statue sticking out of your wagon, and he says that that's a mighty fine statue. Where are you fellas heading?
None of your fucking business.
You can't
So,
see that you're a statue.
Since this is not true,
Well, the statue
I
just
think-
muttered, "None of your fucking business."
No, don't you
I
fucking
didn't
dare.
actually.
Listen here, you cheeky bastard. Okay,
you
so
calling a statue, you pointy-eared bitch? He totally
So-
loses his composure.
so I think I should roll deception since this is technically a lie. This isn't just me trying to be sneaky. We need to lie to them and let them know that there is a buyer, that wants to put this up in Stafford, up in the city.
Or you could just say down this road.
Josh, do me a favor. When you type in the chat, can you type as you?
Damn it. Yeah.
I
Does it mess
okay.
you up?
No, it's just that way when I can answer, and it because
Just answer. They don't have to know it's both of us.
But we need
For all they-
differentiation.
don't you answer for me. I'm a grown ass man. I can answer for myself.
So,
Wait,
so
so
it's
non
more than-
musical utters has
Yes,
Question.
go ahead, musical utters, with your question.
Musical.
Josh,
There
you
is
were
a
rolling a
delay.
deception check.
yeah. So is that what we should? You think we should go for? Basically
Well,
trick
what are you
them in.
wanting? Well, go ahead and tell me what you're saying, and then roll the check.
Well, I'm inner monologuing with actual Dennis, not Enzo.
Okay.
Should we lie and basically say that we're delivering a statue for a buyer in Stafford? That way, it seems like this is a legitimate merchant transfer.
Well, it doesn't have to be legitimate.
The rogues aren't bad. Like first time rogues, kind of a pain in the ass, but rogues aren't bad overall.
So
That's the answer. Musical utters, by the way. Just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really depends on what edition you're playing. Rogues can be some of the more complicated characters, but you can also be very simple with them. They allow for a great range of learning the game and to really ratchet up your skill level. They have a good high skill ceiling. So starting off with a rogue is not bad.
And they're also very fun to actually play if you plan on like role playing. Rogues are very fun to actually play as because you're sly and sneaky.
Well, not all rogues have to necessarily be sneaky.
Well,
They're-
I mean,
Yeah, I played Oblivion. There was a member of the Dark Brotherhood in full plate mail and wielding a battle axe.
well, I don't mean that kind of like sneak. I mean like, most of them are charismatic, slick, quick on their feet kind of thing. Not necessarily sneaky as in, cloak and shadow.
I mean, who doesn't like potatoes?
That's true.
You could.
I don't blame you. Not gonna lie.
Well, either you like or you don't like potatoes.
Fact.
Yeah.
And everything in
That
this world
Boolean
is
logic
a
again.
potato.
God damn it.
Yep. Boolean logic.
So
Okay,
you
so
either
going
do or
back
don't
to-
like it is everything.
Going back to what you were saying, what were you talking about, Dennis? About it doesn't have to be legitimate.
Yeah, like we don't have to tell them it's a sale or whatever.
Yeah, we
Just be like, we're just going down this road here to
Do our own thing.
Yeah.
this place.
Okay. So
We don't have to tell the truth to a stranger. I mean,
Well-
going around telling the truth to strangers is usually
But that's not the truth either. We would technically be lying if we were telling the truth. We would be like, "Hey, this
Yeah,
is an undercover
yeah,
sting
that's-
operation."
that's what I'm saying. Us, even if we do lie to him, he's not gonna be like, oh well, these strangers are lying to me, so I'm not gonna follow them with this statue that's worth thousands of dollars
gold.
because
Okay.
they lied. Or
So-
yeah, gold.
So you're saying we should just say that
So, yo,
we're
goddamn
going down the road.
Just try to
We're
be
just-
vague. Just try to be vague with him because it intrigues.
I get
Just
you.
be like,
I
we're
get
just
you.
going down this road.
And he could be
Okay.
a spy for the bandits.
So there we go. So we're gonna tell them that we're just traveling down the road, heading on our merry way.
Yep.
What the fuck?
We're
Well,
Enzo
And-
lines.
back to that other question, there isn't really a way to make a bad level 1 character. It's just that your character is different depending on how you make it. Like, for instance, Michael has 6 intelligence. A lot of people would consider that a bad character. However, he's having fun with it, and he has his uses.
Yeah.
So
I
And he's a
smash
crowd
things
favorite so
good.
far because, you know,
I light
know.
children on fire and don't care about it.
well, you definitely care about it. You just don't realize that you do it.
Yeah.
you just don't. You're just not smart enough to realize you should care.
but anyway,
That's the best kind of stupid, in my opinion.
But I mean, even still though, if you're playing for the first time ever, I mean, especially I guess picking someone like
You
that,
can-
you said it has a lot of versatility. I'm playing a cleric. This is my first session ever as well. This is my first campaign, I mean, and it can be a little with someone with so much versatility, especially a cleric. It can definitely be intimidating, but you just like anything else, you just take it one choice at a time and just commit to that. You know, learn what you can, and just have fun.
You should be a Rogarian.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you just
if,
gotta Leroy Jenkins it.
the only thing that I wouldn't recommend always as a level 1 first time character is a spellcaster for like 5th or 3.5. But if you have help, if you have people who are patient and willing to help you learn, then by all means take whatever character.
Yeah.
I think the only class I
And
ever
compliment your
encourage
party,
people.
too. I mean,
think-
definitely do
Yeah.
something that compliments your party.
I think the only
Yeah.
class I ever tell people not to do it for level 1 is a paladin.
Well, you have a thing against paladins.
No, I love paladins because they're fun for the same reason Scrabble is fun. It's like, I use detect evil. Don't use detect evil. I use detect evil. Great. Now we're in a swamp and we're being attacked by a tentacle monster. Thanks, Michael.
I'd go assassin. Arcane trickster is a spellcaster
Yeah,
for first timers.
Assassin is extremely useful and extremely simple. So I would definitely go assassin. It's gonna take some work because part of the thing of starting at level 1 is learning how your character, your action economy, getting used to your abilities, because it adds them in slowly. But if you're jumping in at like level 11 and you have a ton of abilities, it's
You're
going
gonna
to
be
be
a
more difficult.
god.
So, I'd say definitely look through and make sure, just kind of have an idea of what your character can do before you start, and don't be afraid to ask questions. I mean, it's your first time. In my experience, everybody's always been very helpful. There are bad groups, but at that point, it's a bad group, and bad groups are bad. Bad D&D is awful. No D&D is better than bad D&D.
Be true neutral musical. True neutral
neutral.
and best neutrality or neutrality alignment.
True neutral
Yeah.
is a lot of fun. As far as alignments, I would make your character and then see where your alignment falls after you make your character.
Yeah.
But so your deception roll didn't land spectacularly.
No, it
The-
didn't. It didn't.
He kind of gives you a look and says that well, if you guys are stopping for the night, I know somebody who makes a mighty fine stew.
Grobble likes stew.
I guess we can stop.
Yeah. We can stop for the night, I guess.
I'm gonna see if this guy's up to something shifty. Can I do an insight?
You can.
Oh, it's not bad. It's not great though.
Why did I hear that twice?
I don't know. Somebody has an
Weird.
echo.
I don't think it was an echo. I just heard like the whatever noise that is twice.
Yo no say.
I like it. Gnome barbarian wields an axe that's bigger than her body. It's always fun.
If this character dies, one of my follow-up characters is going to be a troll that uses either dwarves or. If Corin lets me do it anyway, I mean.
We'll figure it out. But
And I will follow up on with Utters with your comment about refuse to be anything more on the good side. Like, good characters can be fun if you play them strictly to their role. Like, a lawful good character is very interesting if you play it truly lawful good.
I'm gonna have to
like,
do
you
a
have to
thing
uphold that
sometime on lawful good and lawful stupid,
Yeah.
because a lot of people don't know how to play something like a paladin correctly.
I know how to play a paladin.
Yeah. You can. I've seen you do it, but most of the time you do venture into lawful stupid.
Was that a crime I saw? Slay them!
You're not deadly do right. You just
No, that's how I started getting with it later paladins. Like in my more recent paladins, I'm just like, I let him steal it. I don't care.
Aline's not watching the chat because she hasn't come and get any chips yet.
Oh, is that who Macabre Ballet is?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah, lawful good is definitely. I mean, pretty much all lawful is very fun to play if you know how to play it correctly.
yeah, I'm gonna. I have to give you guys some. We have to do a thing on good examples of various alignments.
Yeah.
My favorite example that I ever saw was as far as a lawful neutral character is Jean-Luc Picard. He's lawful
Yep.
neutral. That's
Good
my
prime
favorite
directive.
example, and it really hits home the idea. It gives you such a really good idea of what a lawful neutral character is like. So the so you guys are stopping for the night here at this tavern. It's a small little tavern.
So I'm gonna hang out outside.
The town's probably only about 400 people. So
Bring me some stew.
they get a lot of through traffic, and so they normally have a good amount of food ready. So you guys are able to pull up a bite to eat.
Somebody bring Grovel stew. If you multi-class paladin and rogue, you could switch into a blackguard later. Blackguards are cool people.
Dennis, I sent you a message in regard to your check. Paladins can actually be any alignment.
Yeah.
That's they just have to stick to the alignment of their god.
Yeah.
You have to be
You
in
could
lawful alignment.
No, in 5th edition, that's not a requirement.
Legit?
Yeah, they just have to be the alignment of their god. Like, you could be a paladin that is like the god of nature, true neutral, just a paladin, like a paladin druid kind of protector of the forest.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Yeah, rogues aren't going to be very tanky.
No, not at all.
If you're wanting to kick down a door and take some stuff to the face, you want a barbarian, a fighter, or a paladin. Cleric, maybe, but not as much.
Fighters are pretty baller.
Fighters are amazingly baller, especially if you start off at a higher level, because they get ridiculous. Monks are a good option too, if you want to smash something down. They're not necessarily going to take a lot of damage, but they're going to avoid a lot of damage. Dennis, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, everybody gets a bite to eat.
Yay, food.
Did you not look at the chat?
Twitch. Dennis?
Yeah.
If you want to roll a perception check, you can as well, due to that last thing that I sent you.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess in 5th edition you can make a chaotic evil paladin as long as your god
You
is
could.
chaotic evil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you were going if you were a follower of Tiamat, you could create a chaotic evil paladin.
Dragonkin chaotic paladin.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Let me.
About the same as the last. It's not bad, but it's not like great.
Okay.
Come get some chips. Yeah, no, that's all I said.
Is that just one bag?
No, this is a second bag.
Dennis, when
I'm
you're
just
done
messing
chipping,
with
I have
you.
something for you.
No, I closed it because I was watching videos. I pulled up videos.
Okay.
Do you want me to pull it back up and get you guys' video number, people?
Go
on
turn
it?
off my fish
You're
light in
good.
the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Somebody's asking advice and stuff, and you have a bunch of experience. You could help too.
They said they're going to be back in a second. But
Yeah.
Dennis,
See,
so that guy who was talking with you guys and he kind of followed you into the inn, he is no longer there.
Oh.
he's no longer in the inn.
Yeah, he seems to have fucked off somewhere.
Do I know if he came in with us or just?
He did come in with you.
And no one watched where he went.
You weren't able to see where he went. No.
Am I able to tell if he hit himself through magic? Can I sense some sort of magic? I'm guessing that's Arcana check.
Yep.
God damn it, that's a +6.
Wow, that's a bad roll.
Yeah.
You don't sense anything, no.
And where is old statue boy Patrick?
He is still statuing.
Outside?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go back outside.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Shut up.
Roo-roo-roo-roo.
I'm gonna follow
Okay,
him
I'm
out.
back. Okay, I'm
Okay.
back.
So, Grobble has been with the cart because
Yeah.
Grobble is attached to the cart.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
I'm gonna ask Grobble if he saw anybody.
I don't know. Did I see anybody?
Oh, it's not promising.
Grobble see lots of people. His town.
Did Patrick get stolen while I was gone?
No. Did
No.
the pointy-eared guy that brought us into town, did he come back out?
Grobble did
Fucking
not
no.
notice.
I took I took my headset off and walked away, guys. I don't know what's going on right now.
No, he didn't notice.
That's pure
Damn
Grobble.
it. So basically, Michael, to catch you up, the elf immediately disappeared after we went into the inn.
Oh, okay. Can I roll a thing to see if I saw him or not?
He
You
said
didn't
you
see him.
didn't, but
Okay.
yeah.
Dennis was the only one who had an insight check to be suspicious of him, so he kept an eye on him. However,
Are there
the guy,
are there tracks anywhere? Probably not, because he's an elf.
you can roll a nature check to try.
Grobble,
What's all?
we need you to track.
Grovel track.
Why?
sent you a-
Why? Why the fuck is that your one good roll?
Jesus. I sent you a message there, Corin.
How does he keep doing that?
It doesn't
Nature,
make any
man.
sense.
Yes, you actually need to speak audibly to cast thaumaturgy.
So, like, I guess just like regular speaking voice.
Yes, you can try to stealth it if you'd like, but that would be at the time. But also, your mouth is going to move,
Yeah.
so
That would give it away. Give it away.
like I said,
Give it away.
Give it away now.
Well, I'm just
You can.
kind of thinking about in the future if I needed to use it. If there's a good situation where I could use that at least. So I'll have to see.
A good way to determine for your rolls is to go ahead and add all of your stats together. Anything under 70 is going to be bad. Anything over like 85 is really good. So, let me see.
Today I learned
You
my
weren't
rolls
able
are
to
not fantastic.
Well, as far as rolling, we all did point buy, remember?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So these characters are a bit weaker than the 46 rolls,
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
and that was on purpose.
Yeah. Good point.
So you are not able to find any tracks for this guy.
Damn elves.
Demelves.
Well, so do we stay out here and be on alert?
It is kind of mid-evening, maybe about 7 o'clock.
Well, we pretty much have two options. Leave town, make a camp somewhere, or stay in town and keep watch.
I could rooftop sneak.
Are you gonna keep watch all night?
I can certainly try. I mean, I would assume we haven't been at a rushing pace, so I mean, would an all-nighter be unreasonable for my character?
Or you could sleep now. That way you're rested up for the night. You could take a short rest for the time being.
Yes, if you don't get a full rest, you're going to become exhausted tomorrow.
Dang.
I could set alarm on him so that we know when he's taken.
Yeah, that's true. I'd say let's do it, and I can sleep on a rooftop, so if the alarm goes off, I would be within
You wouldn't be able to. It's a mental alarm to me.
Oh,
'Cause
it's a mental
I
alarm
don't
to you.
I don't want to make the audible alarm because
Okay.
it's super fucking loud, and they're just gonna scatter.
Uh, you want to come up on the rooftop?
No, there's no reason to.
So, are you guys staying in town or are you going out?
I guess we're staying in town. I can stay in the stables with Grobble.
I was gonna stay near the wagon.
Okay. All right, Patrick, give me a perception check.
Did you want me to cast alarm first?
Or can we consider it cast and just?
Yeah, you can go ahead and pull alarm up just so that I have it there.
16.
It's the cart, of course.
Okay. And who all are you excluding from it?
Grobble, myself, and Saber. And Lutari, of course, in case he
Okay.
moves.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Haha! I got you.
So. Do. Roll.
Rolling.
Keep those prices rolling.
All right, so we all hear the alarm
So-
go off if it goes off.
No.
No. Okay.
He just excluded you guys from being able to set off the alarm. I was making sure he excluded Patrick in case Patrick moved.
Gotcha. So he's the only one that hears the alarm still.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Patrick, give me a nighttime Constitution check.
Come
Since
on.
we're statuing through the night.
Oh no.
There you go.
I had a good streak, guys. I tried like hell. I had amazing, like 7 good rolls.
He just had that ball itch he couldn't ignore any longer.
I am going to agree. Multiclassing as a new character is a bad idea for a number of reasons. In 5th edition, there is a lot of incentive to stick with one class through because your abilities get more and more ridiculous as you get a higher level. And the only reason to multiclass is for utility or for to pick up kind of a
Oh,
hole in your
yeah.
group. Say your group decided that it just had no healing. Your group had absolutely no healing. Someone decides to eventually multiclass into a cleric or a bard. That's probably a necessity. But for a first character, even if you have a hole in the group, I wouldn't recommend it. Just power through it. Um. So let me. I have another roll. Da, 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 da. So the Patrick, about 1 o'clock in the morning, you notice the elf come back, and he is kind of acting a little shifty, but he comes back into town and heads back over and goes in a building that's across from the tavern. But he came from outside town.
Okay.
He did not notice you.
Oh, good.
You lucked out
Was-
on his roll there.
Well, luckily, yeah, it's 1 in the morning. He's gotta have some pretty good eyes.
His elf
The
eyes
closer
saw
we are to
nothing.
danger, the farther we are from harm.
I don't know about that.
It's not quite true, but
Worked for Isengard.
well, that's where you take hobbits, of course.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
All right, so Patrick, you saw the guy. Are you going to say anything or do anything?
I mean, if I say anything, do anything, or move, I run the risk of them, hearing or seeing me move or speak.
Okay.
So, I mean, how far away has he gotten at this point? Am I able to tell?
You saw him come into town and then go to his house that was across from the inn.
Let me see real quick. And where are they exactly? Enzo and everyone?
They are on a roof.
I'm next to the wagon.
Yeah, and Michael is next to the wagon, but he is grovel sleeping.
Yeah, I'm on a roof. I believe Enzo. Enzo,
Yeah,
did you
I
come on the
am.
roof with me?
No, I am not on a roof. I am
I thought-
turtle. I avoid heights.
I'll say, well, I thought you went into the barn with him, with gravel.
I
Yeah.
just stayed next to the wagon. I didn't go into a barn.
How far away is the barn?
Probably about 50, 60 feet.
All right, well,
And I'm on the rooftop of the tavern that we stopped at.
Okay.
and the guy has gone inside across the street.
Yes.
What are the odds of me casting thaumaturgy and waking Saber up?
Good night, musical. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, have a good
Night
night.
musical.
I mean, you could definitely do it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, because, I mean, do I see anyone else around, or was he the only one around, and he's already gone inside?
He was the only one out and about at this time of night.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy, and I'm gonna do the cry of a raven. 30, from 30 feet from me, as close to Saber as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Raven.
That's so Raven.
It is so Raven. So, he is, I mean, you guys didn't really have a prearranged signal,
Yeah.
so
So that's what you hear. It's
bird's
close
gonna
to your
bird.
face.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
on
but
a roof and he heard a bird. It's not.
Yeah, but he's a cat, so
He is a cat. However, he is a sleeping cat.
Yeah,
Why
but
didn't we do
that's
with the
what
voice booms up to 3 times as loud
because
as
I
normal?
don't want to be really loud.
Well, it says as loud as normal. How loud is normal?
Well, if they hear it originating from there, rather than hearing an, because I can create an instantaneous sound with an origin point where I choose. So 30 feet from the wagon up to as close as I can to you, the cry of a raven doesn't seem out of character. Doesn't seem that weird. A
What
mysterious
about
voice
ominous
being
whispers?
I thought that would just creep you out. Well, I'm guessing he didn't wake up from that, so then I'll try.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it takes some effort to wake up the cat.
Then I'm gonna
Especially
try.
with,
I can I can
Then
throw my
we'll try
hammer
the
at him.
ominous whispers, and
Well,
hopefully
you're asleep.
that'll wake him up. Hopefully that'll wake him up and think that maybe for some reason his people found him. So I'm gonna choose you again. Whispers in your face.
Great, I'm gonna think I'm about to get killed.
Hey, at least you're gonna be scared, hopefully, and wake up.
Do I need to roll something to determine if I wake up?
Nah, I'm rolling it. You're very asleep.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, the next thing I can try is Sacred Flame on you.
Oh my god.
No. I mean, I don't
So
want to
it's
make
been
too
a
much
little bit,
noise
and he
and
hasn't
wake up.
come back out of his house.
So maybe
You don't
he's
see any lights on in the house.
But I do, since I don't see any lights on, do I notice any windows of any sort?
Everything is calm.
So that's not a no. I mean, he could just be staring out the window for all I know.
Well, you don't notice him.
I'm
If you
gonna
want
do
to give
nothing.
another perception check, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You do have dark vision, so.
Yeah, up to 120 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow you
So,
trying
yes.
to look harder gives you less.
So you still don't notice anyone looking out of the windows or anything. The house seems perfectly calm.
Since
There's been
since I can't see for sure, and I'm more. I
Well,
think
you've got
so. I
dark
don't.
vision 120, so I mean, if this place is only 60 feet from you, you should be able to very easily see if someone was in the window.
Yeah, but I don't see anything, so it's.
just
I would rather
continue
not
being-
blow the entire
just
operation.
continue being a statue until everybody wakes up.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
then
sleep.
just
Through
tell
I'm
us.
just gonna rest through the night because I'm like, if I get up and someone sees me, everything is blown.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
I'm just gonna wait.
Okay.
I tried so hard, guys.
You got so far.
The rest of the night passes without incident. So, give me another Constitution check for staying still in the morning.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting my nerves back.
All right. So, you guys head back to the cart. He is still there. He is still statuing. The town slowly comes to life in the morning.
What a fucking trooper I am. 3 days of just complete stillness.
So shall we continue on?
Well, you
Enzo?
did it for hundreds of years.
Well, the first night you did stop, you said. When you guys just took a rest in the middle of nowhere. So,
Still, pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Impressive regardless.
And try to whisper. Anything happen?
The elf
so
guy.
are
in
you
the
guys
middle.
going to talk while you're in town, or are you going to wait till you're out of town?
I'd say we might want to
wait till we
Get
get
out
on the
of
road and then just like casually as we're
Yeah, we can get on the
As we're,
outskirts at
like,
least, because if at least if we're
riding.
close to town, I can tell you something if something happened overnight. If we're
Yeah.
if we're
We
way
can
out of
just
town,
act-
we have to double back.
we can just act like we're talking to each other, but we're talking to Patrick
Yeah.
or
Okay.
Lutari.
All right. So you
Thank
guys get rolling. He relays the information that happened during the night. He's how he saw that guy come back.
Watch out for some bitch ass high elves.
Yeah, something along the lines of that.
Those damn elves.
Okay, so are we gonna go back and
Murder an elf.
investigate that place?
What place?
Place we just
Okay.
wrecked.
The place across from the tavern that the guy went into.
Oh, the house.
I
I
guess
mean,
that,
are we gonna commit breaking and entering?
I mean they're probably watching us.
But we'd also have to
In-
leave.
investigate doesn't mean break into.
Well, I mean, if they're watching us, then they might follow us, which means if they're gonna take me, they're gonna take me, and we have, they're the people we've been kind of looking for. Or it's coincidentally someone else that's also an asshole. Oh no,
Oh no.
my water fell.
I mean, we can totally investigate before we leave.
If we're that close, we might as well before we get too far.